So as we approach the end of November, Black Friday week has started and we've got some amazing deals from Fifine over on Amazon. And because I genuinely do like Fifine's products, I'm bringing you an updated Black Friday video with some new items and some old for you to check out for your streaming or content creation setup. This time for the Black Friday deal shoutouts, we've got the AM8 microphone, the SC3 mixer, the H9 wired headset with 7.1 surround sound, the BM88 arm, which I really like, the D6 control deck, as well as the V3 capture card. And as always, full disclosure, Fifine send me all of these products to review and check out for you guys and do my recommendations. So let's get all of these fancy pieces of tech set up and let's see what we can do with them. So with the Amplagame D6, we can set up some apps to launch. Here I've got OBS and my Streamlabs chatbot, and we've also got some buttons here set up for Discord to mute and deafen. We can use the D6 to tidy up our desktop, have some unwanted icons about, and just put everything in here in folders, say some desktop launch icons, and then just press the D6 to actually launch our apps. And like I said, over this side, I've also got the Discord mute and deafen options. I can press to mute. The D6 has a 15 button layout, as you can see in the footage, and I'll have a full review for the D6 coming up soon, but what I'll show you quickly now is some of its features. So we've got plenty of buttons here to play with and make folders in to go in and make kind of technically more buttons to play with and more control over our system and what we can do with the push of a button. We have some really nice options there, but the main thing is the buttons on the face, of course. That is the main attraction for the Amplagame D6. Now, one product I was really curious on checking out for you guys from Fifine was the BM88 low-profile boom arm mic stand. And I gotta say, straight out of the box, I was highly impressed. It's a premium metal construction, and the thickness of the metal where it attaches to the desk clamp itself is really impressive for a mic stand. You have multiple points of articulation as well as cable tidying functions inside the arm itself. You can pop out these plastic covers and then tuck away your wiring all nice and neatly, and it looks really minimalist. You get the Allen keys and everything you might need to set up the boom arm in the box. The whole arm went together fairly smoothly, easily and quickly, and it does move about once you've got it situated where you want it on your desk, so you can make fine adjustments and move it out of the way very quickly if you need some space and you don't want the mic in the way. It's just a really, really nice piece of kit to complement your streaming setup.
As I have mentioned many times in my previous reviews, sounding my best in the content I deliver is paramount. But when I started out, we didn't really have these options available, but now the sky is the limit with the likes of the Fifine AM8 at this price point. Perfect for anyone wanting to upgrade from a headset mic, young gamers looking for better voice chat quality, and the AM8 would honestly make an amazing gift this time of year. The AM8 utilizes both USB-A to C and XLR connectivity. While using USB, you have control knobs to adjust levels on the mic itself, as well as a dedicated touch-sensitive mute button. Though while using the AM8 via the XLR connection, you will need to use an external preamp or mixer to adjust your levels. But with that said, you will need to connect the USB-C for the amazing RGB lighting, which, as you know, makes everything better, including your gameplay. The RGB is also adjustable via a touch-sensitive button above the gain knobs, with plenty of lighting options to suit you. Moving on to the AM8's construction, the body is a premium plastic with a metal swivel arm and also is equipped with a foam filter out of the box, which also feels extremely premium for its price point. The AM8 is a nice lighter weight, which is really nice on a boom arm, which both myself and Fifine recommend if possible to reduce further noise through the microphone, and screws onto a boom arm via its own metal swivel arm, which I mentioned. You can then tighten the microphone on the two sides attached to the mic itself once you are happy with its position on a boom arm, to prevent the AM8 from spinning around.
So let's take a look at the Amplagame V3 video capture card from Fifine. As we can see on the box, we got 4K 30 FPS pass-through, we've got 1080p 60 FPS HD capture, and switchable RGB. So straight in the top of the box, we got the V3 user guide, which will give you all the information you'll need for setting up and what the connections do. And here we have the V3 itself. We've got all the connections and buttons. I'll go over those in a moment, but it's a nice premium plastic but lightweight feeling design. We got the RGB bar here, which we can customize via the button here with the RGB. I'll plug it in a moment and take a look, as well as do some testing with some capture through several consoles that I've got set up next to me. But let's go over the ports. Oh, and it's got rubber feet on the bottom to stop it sliding about your desk freely. We've got some ventilation here on the bottom. So on one end of the V3, we've got up to a 4K 30 FPS input, which will be a pass-through HDMI. We've got a line in for other devices, as well as a headset line in. And on the other side, we have our HDMI out, which is also 4K 30 FPS up to, as well as our PC USB 3 connection to capture our footage from our games, which will be 1080p 60 FPS, but we'll see what kind of quality we get. There's no HDR support either with the V3, but I don't think many people use. I don't use HDR anyway, so it's not a big issue for me personally, but I thought I'd let you know on that information regardless. Let's set it up anyway and see how it looks with the RGB on and how quickly we can get it captured. I'm going to use OBS. So let's just give it a quick test before we move on to the next device. Not only would this be super useful for game capture, but you could also use this for a DSLR camera, plug in the HDMI there, go straight out from the output into a monitor and have a bigger screen to observe your lighting and your color grade on your DSLR settings to make sure it was good in a bigger form factor with the monitor on the output. So it's got multiple uses, this small device. And of course, Fifine supply us with a decent length USB 3 cable to connect the V3 to our PC. So now we've got our V3 set up. We've got our HDMI in coming from a HDMI switch at the back there, and we've got our HDMI out going to a monitor, as well as our USB power going to our PC to capture footage. We can see the RGB bar just here, which will also warn us with an amber light, I believe, if HDCP is on. If you have got to disable that on like PS3 and things like that, PlayStation consoles primarily, to be able to capture. I should have all that disabled, so we should be smooth sailing. But we do have on this backside the RGB button, so let me see if I can press it. And we can change the color style, if I can let the camera focus for you. So we can have different lighting effects to suit our setup. Some really nice RGB settings. Right now, let's see if we can capture some footage and if it works pretty flawlessly. It's recognized itself as a capture device in OBS straight away as the Fifine V3 capture device, so that's all gone smoothly. Let's turn something on and see if we get an image. So we are now on the Xbox Series X capturing through the V3 from Fifine. Set it to 1080p 60 and it captured straight away. But we are getting a 4K input with the pass-through. Going to capture through OBS. Hopefully the image is nice and crisp. Got a bit of Ninja Gaiden 4, the new one.
Arrival at target imminent.
Just move the camera around a little bit just so you can get an idea for the image quality. Don't know what I'm doing, but thank you to Xbox for sending me a key to check this out for you guys. I thought we'd check it out now while we're capturing some footage. But you be the judge. Let me know your thoughts on the video quality here. Lots of moving objects. Quite a dark image as well, which can be quite a struggle for capture cards. So with a bit of gameplay there from Ninja Gaiden, I don't want to keep you for too long. We'll check out another console. Okay, here we have PS5. That is working absolutely fine. Go through the menus there. So if you're looking for a budget-friendly capture card for your streaming content or video content, or capturing some footage from your consoles or DSLR cameras, then do check out the Fifine Ampligame V3. Now let's take a look at the Fifine SC3 gaming audio mixer that we'll be using alongside our AM8 microphone and H9 headset. And then with this, we have some controls like the volume for the actual microphone itself through the XLR. We also have our line in volume controls. We have our headset controls. So if something's a bit loud and we don't want to change anything through Windows, we can just lower the volume or raise the volume. And then we have another one for a line out, along with individual mute buttons that we have. So if I press the line in there, it will go white to say it's muted. We press again to make it colored for the unmute. And we've got a mic monitor, which is really useful for, you don't have to go into your sound settings and then listen for your mic. You can just press that and then your mic will pick up and go through your headset. As you can see there, that is my headset sound going up with my voice, which is the mic on that side. You can see that I can hear myself, see how I sound. I can tweak my volumes and get the perfect studio sound that I am looking for. We also have 48 volt phantom power if our microphone is supporting for that, so we can get that maximum kind of sound quality from our devices. We also have electric, which makes us kind of auto-tuned sound. So let's test that out here. Do you believe in life after love? And to turn off the electric sound effect, we want to press and hold that button until it goes a solid RGB color, and we are back to normal. Talking of RGB, we've also got RGB controls with the SC3. So we can tap this button here to give us all the different colors that we can cycle through, as well as color patterns. So as you can see, it will cycle through all the colors of the RGB. And alongside the RGB around the edge of the D6 control deck, it can really complement your setup. But that's not all. One more thing that this mixer can do is voice change.
Testing, 1, 2, 3, and we'll just click again to change to the next voice.
Testing, 1, 2, 3. We have several different sound effects here. I'll just cycle through quickly.
And to disable our voice change, we do the same as the electric sound effect. Press and hold until it
goes back to our solid RGB color effect that we chose. And to finish up our streaming setup, in the back of the mixer, I have plugged in the H9 Ampligame from Fifine. This is their wired gaming headset, which has 7.1 surround sound and a extremely powerful microphone for a headset microphone. We can see we've got a nice leather feel, soft cushion ear pad. This is an over ear, so it does cut out a lot of noise from your surroundings. And yeah, it lets you hear all those details of gameplay more so than usual. I've been using this headset quite a bit on Hunt Showdown my last few streams, and it surprised me how much it actually picks up the highs, and that's pretty much the footsteps and gunshots. You can really well pinpoint where people are running in games like Hunt Showdowns. So if you really do like to pinpoint your enemies in your gaming, this has actually worked out pretty well for me so far. Of course, I'm using the H9 plugged into the mixer, so I'm using the 3.5mm audio jack. But if you didn't pick up the mixer just yet, and you want to use this for its amazing microphone till you got a mixer, you want to use the supplied USB cable. And inside this cable is where you'll have your 7.1 and your impressive audio driver kind of technology for your higher quality microphone through USB. I'll leave you an example of the microphone quality now. And this is what the H9 wired gaming headset from Fifine sounds like via USB, using the headset's microphone itself. Let me know your thoughts on how it sounds. So you be the judge in the comments below. Let me know your thoughts on the H9's microphone through USB using this powerful inline USB controller. And that should be all of the updated Fifine products for this setup video for Black Friday. Take a look over on Amazon at their Black Friday deals and see if you can pick up one of these devices for an even better budget-friendly price point. Some of these products I do already have full reviews on the channel, so go check those out for more detail on individual products, and some of them that I haven't done yet will be coming up very soon. I've also got more videos from Fifine coming on their newer products leading towards Christmas. And like I said, these will make amazing Christmas gifts for anybody who's a bit of a tech head like myself. I would have loved these as gifts when I was younger, so if you're struggling for gift ideas, these might just do the trick. And I've said this many times before, I won't cover things that I don't like, and Fifine genuinely does impress me for the price that you pay. There's some really good products out there from Fifine, so do check them out. I genuinely think you won't be disappointed. But with all that said, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Have you picked any of these up in the past? Are you going to plan on picking anything up for a gift, maybe for Christmas, for any family or friends? And don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe if you enjoy seeing the content that I create. Most of all, thank you for watching, and I'll see you peeps next time.